Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Freeman Motorsports, guys. We are live here for the second half of NASCAR at Portland. And Ty Gibbs having an issue under caution. In turn one, goes off track, and he may have just lost the lead there. Oh, he just got knocked out by Jesse Iwuji. Jesse Iwuji, the lap car, just dive bombed the leader, Ty Gibbs, under caution. What in the world just happened? Technical issues, but we're back live. Appreciate everybody tuning in so far today. Appreciate if you drop a like. Oh, I think we're having some issues with the audio here, so just hold on a second, ladies and gents. I'm going to try and see if I can get these audio issues working here. I'm going to check the microphone connections here. Plugged the mic back in, unplugged it real quick. That wasn't the smartest idea to just now, but probably just disconnected the mic. A bit smoother. Okay, I think we're all good now. Still going spotty. That's so weird. Hold on. Okay, guys, trying to get now. It just went live now. We're going to have a end of stage 2. Yeah, the audio keeps going in and out, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm going to try and figure this out real quick. I'm going to see if I maybe it's just my end here. Hold on. No, it's definitely going in and out. I don't know why. Here, I don't think I'm going to be able to solve it. It may just be my connection. It may end up solving itself. Be the hope. hopefully this resolves itself. But if not, that's probably going to be an issue for. Sorry about that, guys. But to the restart here with 8 to go in stage 2 at Portland. Well, the lights are on the pace car and so far, but either way, Ty Gibbs has dominated in the rain here at Portland, and we're about to get the green flag for 8 to go stage 2. Ty Gibbs out front. He's looking to go 2 for 2 in stage 1 and 2 right now. He won stage 1 by a 20-second margin, and he just drove away from the field. But now the track's starting to dry out a bit, and that's starting to even out the field a bit more. Ty Gibbs definitely, though, the best so far, though, in the rainy conditions. So if the rain were to come back, my bets would be on Ty. But the green flag about to be... Oh, wait. And the lights are back out on the pace car. Okay, they're adding caution period. That just means we'll get restarted with 7 to go instead of 8 to go. The reason we are under caution right now is because of debris on the track near the chicane, the last chicane. A lot of drivers have been going off there, and when they go off, they tend to plow up into the track. But so Riley Herbst out of the race for the second week in a row. In the past 2 weekends, he's had decent pace. He's been getting unlucky recently. He was on a great streak of 6 top 10s and looked like he survived that streak here today, but it's not going to happen after getting taken out by Sheldon Creed on the last restart. But yeah, there's still, if I am correct, there's still 34 cars in this race. It may be 33, but what just happened, though, Jesse Iwuji just proved another reason why he should not be in the series. He just dive bombed the leader under caution and nearly took out Ty Gibbs, the leader and dominant car of this race, under caution as they went into turn 1. We don't really know why. My guess is it probably wasn't all Iwuji's fault. There's probably a bit of communication, but dive bombing the leader under caution when you're a lapped car. But also, guy, we've lost subscriber, and now we're under 1,600 subs again. So we're sub from 1,600. We're 1 sub from 1,600 again. We hit 1,600 last week, but we lost 2 subscribers during the week, so we went from 601 to 1,599. But either way, when we come to this restart, it's going to be driving the 18 car for Joe Gibbs, and I believe a one-off. Other road course start Gibbs in the Xfinity series, but either way, this is his first ever start in the Xfinity series, and his round is sports car racing, so that's why he's doing these road course starts. He's kind of a road course ringer, and so far he's been holding his own. He's been in the top 5 for the majority of that last run. He's starting to get some pressure from guys like Gregson and Sheldon Creed behind him. But either way, nobody has been able to touch Ty Gibbs in the lap after a restart so far in this one. But we have seen so many cars off track, and I'm sure we're going to see more before today's over. So a lot still to happen. Hey, we got that subscriber back. Okay, we're back to 1,600. There we go. Hey. Now we're 100 subs from 1,700. You other count. Thanks, Eric. There we go. I'm just glad that we're back to 1,600 because I was like, it feels like a shame to go back down. But here they come through the Geico restart zone. Gibbs on the inside, Mosaic on the outside. And then Gregson and Creed make up row number 2. 7 to go in stage 2 at Portland Raceway. Oh, Ty Gibbs. He may have Gregson into turn 1, but Gibbs has the preferred line. Gregson going to go around on the outside, though, and Gregson's going to be able to... Oh, no, he's not going to quite be able to make it happen. He goes deep, but so does the 18. The 21 goes deep. The 18's going to have to stop. The 18 has not stopped yet. The 19 with some big damage. The 19's got the door knocked off that thing. Brandon Brown off the track. He's going to have to, I can't even tell you everything that happens on these restarts, guys. Oh, and Gregson's going to shove Ty Gibbs up the track, almost puts him in the grass, and he's going to take the lead from him. Noah Gragson, your new leader. Oh, and Ty Gibbs is going to spin Gragson for the lead. Oh, Ty Gibbs just spelled his own. Ty Gibbs is, that's it for him. Sheldon Creed, though, is now trying to get past Ty Gibbs. He makes the move to the inside of him. Now he's able to clear him. Here they come into another turn, and Sheldon Creed to the lead. And then Andy Lally, the road course ringer, up to third place in that Alpha Prime 44 car. Andy Lally running in third place right now, guys. This is insane what's happening. Then Brett Moffitt in fourth. Landon Castle rounds out your top five. But now Sheldon Creed out front. Ty Gibbs, so definitely not going to let him stay like that for long. He's going to be looking for a window to get by. And AJ, and Sheldon Creed around and Ty Gibbs around. Oh, we haven't seen a replay. What? Fox is so bad. Fox is so bad. The 2 leaders just spun out, and now we're looking at a replay from another incident, and the 2 leaders spun out, and we are still not seeing what's happening. Now Andy Lally's now leading. See if Gibbs punted Creed off or not. When we don't even have a replay of it. We got to see that. Now Andy Lally out front, though. Fox's coverage is dismal. And then Brett Moffitt in second, Landon Castle in third. Now Myatt Snyder in fourth. What is happening? All of a sudden, AJ Allmendinger into the top. This is chaos. Well, Gregson's making enemies. Gregson didn't do anything. Ty Gibbs, Gregson, Mark. Oh boy, but Andy Lally out front with 6-2. Where this is chaos. 3 of the leaders spin out, and now it's Andy Lally out front. The road course ringer looking to get the Alpha Prime's first stage win, I believe. Now, the 9 did kind of shove the 54 a bit off the track, but I don't really think it merited getting spun out, at least not this early in the run. I mean, no, Mark, but this Ty Gibbs just took him out. Oh, now Jeremy Clements around in that last chicane. Oh, and that's going to bring out a caution, it looks like. That thing has killed the radiator, and fluids are coming out. That's it for the 51 car. That thing is destroyed as Ty Gibbs goes around him. 5 to go in stage 2, man, and total chaos has descended on this track in Portland, Oregon. But Jeremy Clements just missed this final try the 3rd time today, and this time, though, that front end dug into this wet, and that just killed the front end. And that's all that one wrote for the 51 today. Joining Riley Herbst and others in the garage. Oh, and it looks like that damn from making contact to the back of the 45 car, Stephen Parsons, actually. The 45, I'm not quite sure how big that damn is, but. And just now, Landon Castle spins Brett Moffitt for 2nd place. This house, Brett Moffitt goes around for 2nd. Oh, man. Everybody's going to be so angry when this stage break finally hits. Now the 9's working his way back up through the field. He's going by the 13 of Matt Jaskell. Oh, and the 45, that thing's got a big tire up. He's going to have to pit. He's going to have to pit here. And that thing actually may be broken. That thing's skewed. And now Myatt Snyder looking to take the lead from Andy. This is total chaos. Andy Lally because all the top three spun in front of him is now your leader with 4 to go on the stage. And Myatt Snyder has come from 10th on this restart. I mean, I don't even know what's going on. AJ Allmendinger's worked his way from last to looking for third place on his teammate Landon Castle. And now, and I say that AJ Allmendinger off the track for like the 4th time today. And it looks like he's going to come into line behind Jade Buford still, and that'll be about 10th place. This is insane what's happening right now. This might be one of the best ever, or at least one of the most memorable restarts. And Myatt Snyder has gotten by Andy Lally for the lead, and Myatt Snyder now out for 3 to go, inch 2 at Portland. But this is far from over, guys. We have seen so much chaos happen in this one. I would definitely not feel safe no I'm on the track right now, especially if I'm Ty Gibbs and I just spun Noah Gragson. Oh, and a big lockup. Myatt Snyder entering the turn 1 braking zone. But with 3 to go on the stage, your top 10 is Snyder, Lally, Castle, Hill, Allgaier, Barry, Alfredo, Allmendinger, Buford, and Sieg. Oh, and Snyder going off the track deep in turns 4 and 5, and he might just come back on the track enough to keep this lead for now, but that was dangerous. Oh, and the 44 giving him a bit of a tap with that bumper. That was close there. And Clements has gone to the garage. Oh, and Lally looking for the crossover here on the 31 entering the braking zone. And he's going to be at his door, but the 31 going to smash that door closed coming off corner exit. And now Landon Castle joining this battle for the lead as they go down the back straightaway. This is total chaos right now as they come to enter this final trouble spot for a lot of guys today, and your leaders get through it clean. But now your top 4 all within a couple car lanes stage 2. So this one's far from over. And Myatt Snyder as well. Andy Lally looking for first stage wins of the season. Behind them is Landon Castle and Austin Hill. Josh Berry not too far back either. And once again, that 31 smoking down the straightaway. I'm not sure if that's from a lockup or a tire rub. Oh, and the 10 looking for the crossover on Andy Lally. Not quite there as they come off turn 3, exiting that first chicane. I'm trying to keep you guys as updated as I can on everything, but literally there's chaos happening every second. Austin Hill to the outside of the 10 there. Not going to quite happen. But now the Lally has the 10 and the 21 all over his bumper, giving him some pressure. These guys are trying to get by him so they can go chase Snyder and steal his stage win here. But right now, your top 10 are the field. The gap from 10th to 10th is about 2 seconds. So about everybody has their stage points locked up for now. But as they enter the final chicane, Austin Hill makes a great move under braking to take 3rd place from Landon Castle. Austin Hill up to 3rd. Now the white flag in the air, and Myatt Snyder leads Andy Lally, then Austin Hill and Landon Castle. Your rest Barry, Alfredo, Allgaier, the Dinger, Buford, and Sieg. Entering turns 4 and 5. The 1, the 44, and the 21 all make right now, though, the 31 pulling away from the 2nd place car. He should be able to keep this stage win if he just keeps his nose clean and doesn't make a mistake the rest of the lap. But right now, Austin Hill definitely the fastest car in this top 5. He's definitely going to probably be able to get by the 44 before the end of the lap. He made an excellent move under braking as they went into turn 10 on the last lap. Maybe he'll be able to pull that move off again here for second place. Sorry, guys, for the audio issues we're having today. Hopefully, you guys can stick with it for now. And now the 21's looking for that same move. The window's not going to be there, though. Maybe you can get him in the final turn as they go through turn 11. Approaching the final swooping turn 12. And now here comes Myatt Snyder. Out of nowhere, steals this stage win for Jordan Anderson Racing. Myatt Snyder getting a huge stage win here at Portland. And then it's Lally in second, Austin Hill third, Barry fifth. Then your pole sitter, Alfred sixth, Allgaier seventh, Allmendinger, Creed, and Buford round out your top 10. Then Ryan Sieg just misses out on stage points. What an insane race, guys. So I'll try to keep you guys updated on everything happened under that last sprint to the finish. So basically on that initial restart, the Nide made an aggressive move to get by the 54, and Gibbs was not happy about it and then immediately dumped him, which was probably not justified. And then Creed got by Gibbs, and then it's not really clear, but it kind of looked like Gibbs wrecked himself and Creed through the final turn, and they're both still in the race, but on track. And then after that, your leader was, I believe, Andy Lally. Yes, it was. And then Myatt Snyder made a nice move to get by the 44. And then in third place, Brett Moffitt got dumped in Castle. And that's about everything that happened near the front. But then farther back in the pack, quite a few guys had issues. Jeremy Clements is now out of this race after entering turn 10. He kind of went deep on this. And then that car slid back up onto the groove. And the 45 of Stephen Parsons nearly avoided him. But that back end tagged 51's done for the day. The 45, though, pitted, repaired that damage, and I believe he's the free pass car, putting 27 cars on the lead lap here. But now that the 51 is headed to the garage, he joins the 98, 6, 38, and 1. Yeah, and the 45 will be that free pass car. This is only our sixth caution of the day, but we have had many more incidents than that. But this final stage will just be 25 laps, 5 laps. Pole, though, Ty Gibbs is leading that pole, but I mean, Myatt Snyder, though, coming out of nowhere to win the stage. Appreciate everybody who's watching right now. Appreciate if we get a couple more likes. Could we get up to 10 likes today? I'd appreciate it. That'd be pretty solid considering we're going live pretty late today. Also, sorry for the audio issues today, guys. I'll check in on those. I'm not sure if they're still even a problem, but nothing much I can do about them today, sadly. This stream has just been terribly laggy today. I don't know why, but occasionally there's a day like this where the storms just, I don't know. Audio's okay. It's like you have a slight stutter. Well, okay. And I guess it may have just improved and solved itself, but the stream still seems slightly laggy. Like the screen seems a bit pixelated, but I guess you just got to make do sometime. Mark, you'd like to see the 7 get a win? Honestly, this race is literally anybody's race now. Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson were probably the two strongest cars, but after each having issues under this last green flag run, they're going to, I'm not sure where they are on the track. I'll check that real quick, actually, but the 9's and 18th, and Ty Gibbs is in. So they're going to have to do a lot of passing on this restart and get back near the front. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to make it happen, but still, like I've been saying, I'm trying to think. There's not a single car basically in the field that has not gone off track at least one point so far today. Appreciate everybody tuning in. So appreciate if you drop a like as well. Also, the rain has stopped. It stopped actually probably about 20 minutes ago. So going to put slicks on for the stage. I'm not sure if that's going to be the right move just yet, but it's either going to work or not going to work. And if it works, then you're going to look like a genius. And if it doesn't work, you're going to look pretty stupid. Also, guys, the red flag is out because today they're doing a non-competitive pit stop. So you just change your tires and put fuel in the car and do whatever you need to do. Tires may work here, but I really wouldn't say that's a guarantee at all. But I mean, this is literally anybody's race right now, guys. This restart will depend a lot on if the slicks work, then the slicks are going to work, and if they don't, then they're not, and you're going to be sliding everywhere and probably crash. But then again, if you're back in the pack and you've entered the 9 or the 54 guys that have speed, it may just be worth it. Everybody's tuned in so far, though. Already up to 60 people, different people have tuned in, so that's all right, considering just went live about 20 minutes ago. What later today video? I'm not quite sure what we're talking about. But guys, we'll be doing a live stream, and since we just hit 1,600 subscribers, we'll be doing saying Greg Biffle 1,600 times because Greg Biffle was the last guy to drive the 16 car. Well, last driver to drive the 16 car full time. So it sounds like Andy Lally's going to switch to slicks as well as Landon Castle. And it looks like just about the whole field's going with. Now, here's the thing is, on those first couple laps are going to be terrible. The track's still pretty wet. You get offline, that's not going to work. But the thing is once you get a couple laps into the run, the track's almost to that point where you can run slicks, I'd say, pretty confidently, but you can't afford, come down under green and pit and switch from wets to slicks. So this is definitely going to be one of the most chaotic races of some of these drivers' careers. Just under the last run alone, the top 3 drivers crashed out, and 4 out of the top 5 track. Also, the race to win, this race to win diecast. Oh, I'm definitely buying that. I mean, that thing is going to be covered with mud and tape or whatever. I mean, there's not a car in this race that doesn't have some damage on it, just about. But yeah, right now, I'll just go through running order, kind of talk about how these guys are doing. Myatt Snyder was able just to sit there and take this lead. And honestly, that car showed decent pace. But honestly, I'd say the strongest car in the top 10 right now, either the 21 or the 2. The 2 RCR cars have looked great today. The tech in the field because he got spun out by Ty Gibbs earlier, but then also the 9 and the 54 are also really strong cars, but they had issues and they're kind of farther back in the field, and they probably won't have time to work their way up through the field. Maybe if we get a couple cautions, but it's just still anybody's race to lose. But a lot of drivers going with slicks here under this set of pit stops. Yeah, guys, see on the screen, 100 subs from 1,700. We just hit 1,600 subscribers. 1,600 subscribers right now, at least. And you know what? In honor of that number, we are going to say Greg Biffle 6 times. Probably sometime Monday afternoon. Also, guys, I will be live tomorrow. Just, oops. Oh, boy. I accidentally loaded the NASCAR page. Here we go. There we go. Now I just got to get the board up here. Okay, now we're talking. We'll be live tomorrow, guys, but I might miss the very first couple laps under green. I'll be live, though, within the first, 10 minutes of the race. But I just have a final that I have to be at. Now offers free assembly delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family. But this is just been so giving me shades of, was it 2017, 2016, 2018, one of those years. But when Justin Marks won that rain race, I think that may have been our first rain race. And oh boy, that was just total chaos. And that really showed where the experience benefited. Where Justin Marks was one of the only guys who have ever raced in the rain before. Oral treatments can take it at home and must be taken within 5 days when symptoms first appear. Also checking back in on that poll. Still the majority of you guys going with Gibbs, then the Dinger. Honestly, the Dinger has track position right now, or at least decent track position. AJ Allmendinger has had, I think, more issues than about anybody so far today. But right now, I just realized it's all Chevrolet top 10. I wonder if they have a stat. When's the last time it was just Chevrolets or just one manufacturer in the entire top 10? That was not by strategy. That was really just by coincidence. And it wouldn't have been that way if so many guys didn't wreck themselves coming to the end of that stage. But still, with all the drama, there's still 33 cars in this race. A lot of them have a lot of damage, though, but still 27 on the lead lap once the 45 of Stephen Parsons gets the free pass. But so far, it's been a really solid day for Alpha Prime. Almost was until recently. Andy Lally doing great right now after he was in the top 10 a lot today, or at least the top 15. And then with the guys crashing in front of him and him making the most of a restart, now he is in second place. And then his teammate, Stephen Parsons, in the 45 was running in the top 15, top 10 as well. And then he had an issue under the last restart, got sent towards the rear of the field, and then got caught up in another incident where the rear end of that car is just about ripped in half. He's still out there making laps, but that car probably won't be as competitive anymore. Might still be able to squeak a top 20 or top 15. But I definitely say Alpha Prime to me is definitely morphing into probably the top midfield team, or the top that makes sense. But the green flag going to be in the air for stage number here in just a moment. It'll be 23 to go in the stage, and it's going to be Myatt Snyder, Andy Lally leading the field to green. I don't think I'm ever again in my life, but I'm glad I was able to say it, I guess. This has been a crazy one so far today, and I'd say it's far from, I think crazies are far from over, if that makes sense. Yeah, Mark says we're going to lose a few on this restart, and I definitely agree with that. Of who and where and when. It's not a matter of when, it's a matter of where. Okay, so the front row are both on slicks, but then third place, Austin Hill on wet. Works out. Through the Geico restart zone they go. 23 to go here in the final stage. Lally here. And Snyder with a great jump there. He's going to be able to clear the 44 before they even get down into turn 1. And through turns 1 and 2 they go, and your top 2 get through smoothly, and then Landon Castle is going to be able to squeeze third from Austin Hill, and Anthony Alfredo also going to be able to get by that 21 car, and it's a stack. But either way, the 31's already clear of about 5-6 car lengths on the 44 in second place. And it looks like slicks were the way to go so far, at least. This part of the track really wet. I mean, really dry. Really dry, not wet. 23 to go. And Allmendinger's already up to 5th on this. And the 10 all over the bumper of the 44 for second place as they go down the back straightaway. The leader, though, already about a second called Myatt Snyder. Is he going to be able to sneak away with the win here? And the caution is out. Caution is out. Oh, caution is out, and that is for debris on the front straightaway. Right in the middle of that first braking zone. And yeah, slicks are definitely the way to go. It looked like the track may be a bit too wet, but they had the track dryers out under that last caution, and now rain tires definitely not going to work. Rain tires definitely not the move. And anybody who stayed on the rain tires is going to be pitting here. The only good thing is today they have been amazing with these caution laps. I mean, I may be jinxing them right now, but I feel like no caution has taken more than 2 or 3 laps to get in road course, so it's going to be less laps anyways, but usually it's at least 4, but it hasn't been more than 2 or 3 today. Appreciate everybody tuning in so far. Up to about 75 different viewers. Appreciate if you drop a like or if you decide to vote on the poll and who you think's going to win. But on that restart, the big mover, AJ Allmendinger, moved up from 8th to 5th place about. Jade Buford up from 10th to 8th. Jade Buford having a good run out of that car for a couple weeks. He's got to make the most of it here. Trying to prove he's still worth it on. How about Spencer Pumpelly in the 08 car running in 13th right now? That's a solid run for that team. Ty Gibbs, though, on that last restart, worked his way up from 20th to 16th. And where's Gregson? Gregson lost spots on that restart. I think he may have decided to stay on wets, would be my guess, because he went from 16th to 21st. And also, I thought Stephen Parsons got the free pass there. I guess he did not, but I think he will be getting it now. But the last car on the lead lap is the 5 of Scott Heckert. But your top 10 as they run: Snyder, Lally, Alfredo. The Pulseners worked his way back into the top 5. Then Allmendinger, Allgaier, Hill, Buford, Creed, Barry, your top 10. Barry lost a couple spots on that restart. Then you have Moffitt working his way back up. Then Sieg, Pumpelly, Jones, Curry, Gibbs, Mozak, Chase, LeBay, and Burton, your top 20. Then Yaley, Brown, Hemrick, Emerling, Heckert, Parsons, your top 10. That's all the cars on the lead lap. Then you have then you have Joe Graff Jr. I almost just said Jr. Then you have Jaskell, Williams, Vargas, Felipe, or I don't know how you say that. Mason Philippi or Felipe, I don't know. Philippi, I'm going to say, yeah, Philippi. And then Awuji, and those are all your cars still in the race. You just have Clements, Herbst, Galding, Deli, and Mayer in the garage. Appreciate everybody tuning in so far. Yeah, the 16 is going to be on a run. The 16 has been off track at least 4 times, 5 times today. He got lapped in stage 1 when he went off track on the open laps and got dirt all over the grill. They had to pit on lap 1 and clear off the grill. He lost a lap to Ty Gibbs, but then got the free pass and has now worked his way back into the top 5. Yeah, now everybody who decided to stay on wets coming down and switching to slicks. And I thought the wets were going to work, but man, I'm glad I'm not a crew chief because then I hurt my team by going with the wets. Going with the wets because the slicks were definitely the move. But still going to be 20 laps to go in this race when they get restarted. So Austin Hill definitely has time to work his way up through this field, maybe get a decent result in the end. But it looks like he was the only one who just stayed with slicks there. So he's definitely not looking too smart. Hey guys, we're almost up to 5 likes. I appreciate it. If we could hit 10 today, that'd be pretty solid, considering we just went live halfway through the race. But this has been a crazy one so far. The rain's finally stopped, so the craziness probably going to calm down a bit, but who knows? So far, Portland and its first ever NASCAR Xfinity Series race, or I think the first time in a long time, is really delivering to the fans, at least on TV. I don't know if you're there in person. It was raining pretty hard, so maybe that experience wasn't as fun, but at least now it's definitely pretty entertaining. That Hammered guy, how you doing? This is going to be a crazy one. Going to get to this restart with 20 to go. Snyder on the Snyder on the inside, Lally on the outside. Then you have Castle pushing Snyder and Alfredo pushing Lally. Still all Chevrolets in your top 10. First Ford is Sieg in 11th, and the first Toyota is Brandon Jones in 13th. Brandon Jones got quite a bit of damage after making contact under that last restart somewhere in the first chicane. Guys, I'll try and break this restart down as best as I can for you, but when they go down into that first chicane, it's just chaos. It is just chaos, and I really can't tell you everything that's happening, but I'll do my best. Here they come to 20 to go. It's still anybody's race. Can Snyder or Lally steal a win here after the leaders having issues in front of them? Here they come to the Geico restart zone for possibly the final time today, but I highly doubt that. But then you have Snyder on the inside, Lally on the inside. Green flag in the air. Now they're going to dive down towards turns 1 and 2. That first chicane has been the biggest passing zone so far today. And Snyder with a great jump over the 44. That inside lane really took off there. And the 31 is going to clear the field as well as the 10. The Castle moves up to second. Oh, and the 48 locks up the 2. Oh, it's a parking lot in turn 1. Everybody's around. I'm not sure. Oh, and the 2 runs into the back of somebody. Oh, man, that's a mess. That's a mess. I can't even tell you what happened, but everybody from 8th on back is out. And, yeah, that was crazy. It's Snyder, though, then Lally. No, it's Snyder, Castle, Allmendinger, Alfredo, Lally, your top 5. Then Sieg, Barry, Gibbs, Buford, your top 10. But that all started with somebody locking up, and then Creed gasses up, and I think he runs into the back of the 36 of Alex Silbay. Yes, he does. And that's going to end Sheldon Creed's day. Also, Jeb Burton with a lot of left front damage. He's limping that car back around. That thing's sparking out the bottom. Sheldon Creed with a ton of front end damage. Oh, that 2's done. He's just going to be trying to make it to pit road. There may be a caution because those guys are definitely going to be putting down some sort of fluid. But still, Snyder leads over Castle, then the road course ringer Allmendinger in 3rd. Lally 4th and Allmendinger in 5th. Alfredo's dropped back to 6th. I wonder if he went wide at some point. Oh, and he's going to go wide more. And caution's out. The caution is out. Jeb Burton has gone off track, and that initially stuck in the grass. That car already had a ton of damage. And Sheldon Creed, Sheldon Creed's definitely dropping fluid after that front end's caved in. Sheldon Creed probably had one of the strongest cars he's going to have all year. Was running really strong and then just gets taken out in a crazy restart. So I'll try and break it down as best I can. And I think this starts with, this is the 48 and the 39. Jade Buford and Ryan Sieg get together on the inside of turn 1, and they slide across the whole field, and it's just a parking lot from there on out. The 2 gets damaged, the 36, the 27, the 11. Those are the only guys with, I'd say, severe damage. Everybody else has just got, a couple more dents for the day. But the free pass car is going to be, it looks like, the free pass should be the 07 of Joe Graff Jr. I mean, there may be some penalties handed out. Didn't break. You know, now I don't know if everybody hit the brakes though. A lot of people missed that first corner, but I don't know if they braked because that's the penalty for missing that first chicane. You have to come to a complete stop. Sheldon Creed pulls down on that car on the back straightaway. He's done. Oh, and the two. Ooh, Sheldon Creed going out. And he's giving the finger to Jade Buford out there. Jade Buford made a lot of enemies that one. I know Buford's fault, but he's definitely going to get blamed for it. I'd say a lot of that was out of the 39, but yeah, no. Sheldon telling Jade Buford that number one with both fingers. Britain, you're welcome. This is my best. I'd love to be able to stream the race for you guys, but sadly that is impossible without getting blocked by YouTube. But that was a crazy incident, and that's going to take out a lot of contenders. But it also allowed a lot of guys who had issues earlier. If they missed that wreck, they gained 10 positions, basically. Well, that's going to be at least, I think, 2 or 3 more cars going to the garage. And the attrition really starting to set in here at Portland. But Myatt Snyder staying out front for now. Then it's Landon Castle and AJ Allmendinger behind him. Yeah, Sheldon Creed, Jeb Burton, both of those guys out of the race. It looks like I think those may be the only 2 retirements from this one so far. But that number may grow. That would knock the field down to 31 cars. We're probably going to get restarted with my guess would be 16 to go because this one's going to take a bit to clean up. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. We're up to 5 likes. Appreciate if we get up to 10. Just kind of went live in the middle of this one because I was busy earlier today, so could not go live for the green flag. But here we are for the finish. How are the junior motorsports guys holding up? That's all you care about, Britain. Let me know if I'm saying your name right. Sorry if I'm not doing my best, but it's been a chaotic day for all the junior motorsports guys. Every single one of those cars has been off track at one point, but the 9 got the lead and then got spun by Ty Gibbs. So Gregson's not going to be happy about that. But now Allgaier's the highest running junior motorsports car, and he's been like that most of the day. He's up in 5th place, my bad. And then Josh Berry has just been quiet. He definitely is not very fast, but he's just avoided all the accidents, and he's running in 8th right now. And then Noah Gregson has worked his way up to 10th place. But Sam Mayer got involved in the first accident of the day, and Sam Mayer was the first retirement. But your top 10 now: Snyder, Castle, Ding, Alley, Allgaier, Alfredo, Sieg, Berry, Gibbs, and Gregson. So with that accident, now about half the field are giving about anybody who's outside the top 20 about 10 free spots. That gave guys like Gregson, Gibbs, huge break. Guys who had issues earlier who are running back outside the top 20 are now back 10 and will probably still have a shot at this one before it's over. Yeah, this race was supposed to be over by 7 o'clock, and I don't know if it's going to be over by 8. We'll have to see. This has just been the accidents are just piling up right now. Yeah, that Sammer guy, a crazy top 10 right now, just because of all the incidents. You have guys like Andy Lally who finished 2nd in the stage. Also, the 23 of Alfredo hitting pit road. They were on wet still, actually, and I think they're switching to slicks. Or they're switching back. Yeah, now they're switching to slicks. Yeah, we'll see once this cycles out who gains spots here because about 5 or 6 cars pitted here. So yeah, now your top 10 after Alfredo and a couple others are shuffled out. Now it's Snyder, Castle, The Dinger, Lally, Allgaier, Sieg, Barry, Gibbs, Gregson, Buford. Yeah, the inside line of turn one still very wet, and with all these guys on slicks, that third on the restarts because you're just trying to get as close to that apex as you can. But yeah, no, it's wet, and so that's not happening in the slicks. And it really is a very narrow drive through this first chicane. And with them being 3 wide going through that first chicane, it's a mess if you're not in the dry line. But also, this might take a while to pick up because they had to put down a ton of speedy dry because Sheldon Creed with that last incident plowed into the back of the 36, tried to limp it around to pit road, but instead just put down fluid basically everywhere. So my guess is we'll get restarted with probably 15 or 14 to go. The one good thing about this road course is actually rather short. 1 lap's under a minute. It's kind of like Watkins Glen, I guess. So, caution laps don't take an eternity. Appreciate every Ninzo so far. Up to over 100 views on the day, believe it or not. That's Britain. Okay, that's good. What a wild race. Glad to see Noah doing so good in the backup car. Yeah, that backup car has been better than the primary so far. So, yeah, right now, Gregson definitely, I think, is probably, dry. I think Allmendinger is in third, and I would put bets on the Dinger. But I think now that the 9 and the 54 are back in the top 10, if they can get near the front, I think those guys are also contenders. The 2 was also really strong, as well as the 21, but both those guys have had issues now. But RCR brought some really good road course cars this weekend. It'll be really interesting to see if they can do that again later this year. The Xfinity Series has quite a few road course races. Was soaked back in stage 1. Stopped raining about halfway through stage 2, and now it's finally dried up enough to where they actually go racing on this again. Now slicks are the preferred tire, and I don't think there's any more in the area. But actually, I'm going to check that real quick. In Raceway, I'm just going to see if there's chance of rain. Checking the weather to see. Okay, so it is in Portland. I wonder how far it is city. It looks like there's a decent crowd there. It rains 154 days a year in Portland, Oregon. So that's basically once every 3 days. So today was one of those 3 days. And that's why we got a lot of rain today. But it looks like now in the hourly weather forecast for Portland, Oregon, that I'm trying to see. I don't know. It's saying that it may start raining again here. That it could definitely. It thinks it may start raining again in Portland, and that would just add a whole nother layer to this race. Oh, and we've got the bots. Bots, go away. Wow, this is a lot of bots. Go away. Wow, this is a lot of bots. Man, this is like Eric. You're doing a great job moderating, though. Now the Dinger has the majority of the vote on who they think is going to win, 35%. So we'll probably get restarted with, I think, 15 to go here now, or 14. Yeah, Eric, you're on it. You're an absolute unit. Tell those bots who's boss. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. We're about to get towards the finish, at least. Still a lot of racing probably left, guys. We've action just about every 2 laps here on these restarts. It's been totally chaotic. These guys, but the whole track still dry. But everywhere else is on these restarts. Everybody fans out. And so they get into the slick tires in the wet track. It does not work, and guys just go sliding. And so that's why we've seen a couple pretty big incidents on these past couple restarts. So yeah, there's only 2 cars who actually are out of this in this past wreck, the 2 and the 27. But yeah, the 23 of Anthony Alfredo running in the top 10 on the wets, but they decided to pit for slicks because everybody else was on slicks and those wets probably weren't here. But now, since he had to pit, he dropped all the way from 21st. So he's going to have to pass a lot of cars to get back front. But some guys having good runs. Myatt Snyder won stage 2 after all the leaders crashed in front of him, basically. Then you have Landon Castle doing really solid in second place. Landon Castle's not somebody who you think of when you think of a road course ringer. Somebody who you do think of when it comes to road courses, Andy Lally, an experienced road course racer running in 4th right now, finished 2nd in stage 2. Jade Buford rounding out the top 10. Road course racer doing a one-off here, making his first Xfinity Series start for the 18 car. In the top 5 a lot earlier, but he kind of got shuffled out on this pit sequence, but he might still shot at getting a top 15 or a top 10. Brandon Brown has been involved in a lot of accidents today, running in 13th. That's pretty solid for him. Spencer Pompelli in 16th, pretty solid. Bailey Curry, Stephen Parsons, and Patrick Emmerling in the top 20. Pretty solid run for that Joey Gase Motorsport equipment back there in 20th. Oh, wait. Never mind. I thought they were switching the Xfinity Series race to FS2 because it's gone overtime now. Yeah, Eric's just like, bye-bye. Almost up to 10 likes, guys. I appreciate it. And also, wait. Oh, yeah, now we've gotten another new sub, guys. 99 subs from 1,700. That number seems so big because, well, it kind of is, but it's just because we literally just hit 1,600 subs. So I am really appreciative of that. Sorry for some of the audio issues we've had today. I mean, sometimes it's just like that. Really a shame, though, for Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed, one of my more favorite drivers in the Xfinity Series, having a solid run today. He was definitely a threat to win, and then gets taken out on that crazy restart. But yeah, no, this is still, so I think our next time by 13 to go. Finally. Sammered guy, yeah, internet being internet. I know. What can you do? What can you do? But this restart, I think this is probably going to be one of the last crazy restarts because this track might finally start to dry out, but we'll still have to see. Yeah, Ryan Sieg creeping up, but I think a lot of that with Ryan Sieg creeping up is just kind of just a lot of the guys in front of him crashing out. That car definitely doesn't have a ton of pace, but I don't know. Maybe if a couple more guys crash out, he'll have a shot at the top 5. Kind of crazy because you think it's dry and then you try to make a move and then it's too late. Oh boy, guys. Hate it for our guys, our first day up, and we have a special paint scheme this weekend with Rob. Okay, guys, if this race keeps going along much longer, It may start raining again, and that would just be that'd be a crazy way to end it. I thought it was maybe going to stay dry, but I'm looking at the radar now, and oh boy, it looks like rain might still be in the area. There's honestly rain all throughout the area, so a shower could hit the track at some point, but it depends on just how heavy it is. But either way, the slicks are not meant to race in any sort of wet. But yes, it's going to be 13 to go on this restart. The 31 on the inside, the 10 on the outside. Landon Castle with the best spot in any restart so far today. What can he do? Then you have the 16 of AJ Allmendinger, the second car in that inside line. You know he's going to be looking to make a move. But last time under the last restart, that inside line did not hook up on the wet ground, and we saw a big stack up as they entered turn one. We'll see if that will happen again. They tried to dry off some of that track a bit under the last caution, but I think it's still pretty wet. We'll see what happens here, though, on this restart. 13 to go at Portland. Ty Gibbs, no, 8th and 9th. They have had issues today. Can they work their way back towards the front? They were some of the day. Through the Geico restart zone they go. Snyder on the inside, Castle on the outside. Pretty even restart by both lanes. That inside, though, fires off a bit quicker. And now here they come, and the 31's clear of the field. Oh, but the 31 goes deep, and he's going to check up, and now it's the 16, then the 7. And the 7 almost is able to take the lead, but Snyder, oh boy, but now Allmendinger out front after all the issues he's had today. Oh, and the 02 spins in front of the field. The 45 runs in the back of somebody. The 08, the 18 around, the cautions is going to be out. The 4's around. That's a lot of damaged race cars right there. The 4, the 26, and another crazy restart here. They're trying to get those cars back onto the pavement, so they haven't thrown the caution yet, but it's going to be coming out sooner than later. But Allmendinger now out front, then Snyder and Allgaier are looking for second place. And then you have Lally still hanging on to 4th. Castle's dropped all the way back to 5th on this restart. Sieg still in 6th. Then Barry and Gregson and Buford round out the top 10. And the caution's out. The caution is out. We knew it was coming. I'm not sure who's got the issue. Yeah, the 18 and the 4, those cars are officially stuck. The 23, Anthony Alfredo, the pole center, he's got a lot of damage. I didn't see him get caught on that. I did not see him get caught up in that. Maybe that's another issue. All of a sudden, this has turned into a really bad day for our motorsports. The 23, 27, and the 02 all going out. Yeah, the 18 having issues, and the 02, one of the original car actually involved in that. He went sideways kind of on that short shoot from turn 3 to turn 4, and then everybody kind of piled up behind him. He's actually able to come out of that one okay. the 18, the 26, 23. I mean, that's at least 5-6 cars taken out in that one. But now the 16 of Allmendinger out front, and I don't know if he's going to be able to relinquish that. I don't think he's going to let that lead go very easily. But once again, just another big pileup on one of these restarts, guys. We have not been able to make it through turn 3 yet so far without a big accident happening. But now with a lot of more guys, now your top 10 is the Dinger, Snyder, Allgaier, Lally, Castle, Sieg, Gibbs, Barry, Gregson, Buford. That's your top 10's the same. Because this accident kind of started in around 11th or 12th place. But then you have Brown in 11th, Yaley, Hill, Parsons, Hemrick, Heckert, Gradlin, Jones, LeBay, your top 20. Then Moffitt in 21st. And then will be your free pass car, and that'll put 22 cars back on the lap. But there may not be a free pass because so many back markers were involved in that caution. And the rule is, if you're involved in the caution, you cannot be a free pass car. You're not eligible for the free pass. And the rain is coming down again. The rain is coming down again, guys, as we speak, and it looks like the rain tires will be going back on with 10 to go. How about that? The rain is coming back down, and we're going back to slicks. Oh, man. Whatever car wins this race, I'm buying that diecast because all these cars look like they've been through hell. Yeah, it's raining now, so the rain tires are coming back on. It's actually not raining that, but it's enough to where it's concerning. I don't know. They're saying on the broadcast, Dinger in this case, with this rain starting to come down, you should stay in track position. I'd still pit, man. Also, Brandon Brown is in 11th, but that front end is literally off. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Could we get up to 10 likes? I'd appreciate that. Also, thanks for hitting 1,600 subscribers. We hit it last weekend. Then we went from 1,601 to 1,599 during the week, and then we hit it again today. So we hit it twice. You know, that 68 car is killed. There are a lot of killed cars, man. The 45 has been involved in quite a few accidents. So they're going to head to commercial, and pit road is open, and we're going to see it. It looks like everybody's pitting. Buford's not. Yaley's not. And maybe a couple guys near the rear of the field aren't either, but 2 guys aren't pitting here. So 2 cars are going to stay out. Buford and Yaley are going to stay out on the slicks for the heck of it, I guess. But that's not working. That is not going to work. Oh, man. It's going to start to rain again, and quite a few guys are – everybody's pitting for slick. Everybody's pitting for wets. But 2 guys are going to try and stick it out on the – wait, but maybe they're on the wet still. I actually take that back. Maybe Buford and Yaley were already on the wets and never changed from – maybe this is working out for them. I mean, this is just becoming. Yeah, thanks, Britain. Now we're 99 subs from 1,700, but also since we hit 1,600 subscribers, sometime early next week, do is we're going to say Greg Biffle 1,600 times for 1,600 subscribers. And we've gotten a subscriber, so I appreciate it. The time limit on the pit stop, I believe, is 1 minute under caution, but under the stage breaks, it was 3 minutes. So we have no more stages left, so it doesn't matter. So it's 1 minute now. Okay, and as I kind of suspected, so Buford is on wets, so he actually is okay that he stayed out here. Whereas Yaley is on slicks, and that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Yaley's on slicks, that's not going to work. And they're sawing off the front bumper off that 8 car right now, or at least part of it, to clear it from the tire. So that's going to cost Josh Berry some track position on pit road. So we're going to get restarted with 8 to go. Yeah, now the free pass car, if I'm not mistaken, was okay. So there was not a free pass this time, probably because they are caught up in the accident. Yeah, now you have Parker Chase, Connor Mozak, Spencer Pompelli, Bailey Curry, Anthony Alfredo. 5 cars in that last accident that are heading to the garage. So that knocks the field from 31 cars to 26. So we might hit only 20 cars left in this race before it's over. I would definitely not count that out. But now your running order is Buford, Yaley, Allgaier, Berry. Or wait, no, it's not updated yet. I take that back. So the running order should be Buford, Yaley, Allmendinger, Allgaier, then Gibbs, Gregson, Jones, Castle, Snyder, Hill, your top 10. Then it looks like Emmerling in 11th for Gase Motorsports. How about that? Then Hemrick, Brown, LeBay, Lally, Sieg, Barry, Heckert, Parsons, Joe Graff Jr., your top 20. Then Jaskell and Moffitt, the last 2 cars on the lead lap. So that free pass position, if we were to get another caution, I believe would go to Josh Williams. But yeah, Jesse Iwuji, after taking out the leader under caution by accident, didn't cause any damage really to either car that much. He got penalized 2 laps, still make it a top 20 out of this. If a couple more guys crash out just because this field has gone through so much attrition. But how about Jade Buford out front right now with the strategy call here? He's making limited starts in that 48 car now. Casgarala has been in that car the last couple of weekends, but he's back in it here at Portland. He's a bit more of a road course guy. What would this win mean to that team? What would this win mean to him if they were able to steal this win here today? Yeah, that team got their first career win just 2 weeks ago at Texas, and now they might be in position to get their second win here at Portland. How about that? And so the lights are still on the pace car, so we're going to restart to go, not 8 to go. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And the are back. But Eric, you're right on it. I appreciate it. But yeah, on that poll now, the majority has shifted towards the field or the dinger. A couple of you guys are voting for Gregson, but not that many anymore. Gregson back in 11th. And I don't know if that's a bit too far back for my liking. Gibbs in 9th, but Dinger all the way up in 3rd. Dinger's got the track position. That's who I'd put my money on. to 10 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Also, if you enjoy what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 1,700 subscribers. We just got 100. I appreciate it. Ugh. Yeah, guys, the rain is coming back down, and so all these guys have just pitted and gone. It's only one car on slicks right now, and that's a JJ Ailey who stayed out. And I don't think that's going to work out for that 66 team. I think it's a bold strategy, but I don't think that's going to work. Oh boy. So yeah, okay, are the lights out on the pace car here? Yes, they are. Or no, they're still on. Dude, what? Come on, we're just ticking down laps for no reason right now. We're literally just wasting laps of this race. We should have been able to go green like 2 laps ago. I don't even know why we're still why are lights still on the pace car? Oh, we've gotten another sub, guys, up to 97 subs from 1,600. The journey continues. And try to ignore my dog barking in the back. That 48 looking like Cole Trickle. Yeah. I really like Ty Gibbs. We're doing an HRM car. What talent would show then? Yeah, the HRM cars. Oh my god. Wait. What Kai Gibbs would do? HRM. I'm trying to think. I thought you meant like Harmon Racing at first, but no, HRM. Yeah, my wolf is howling, 31 Barracuda. You're not wrong. He should be. HRM. Who's HRM? Am I missing something? What team's HRM? I'm trying to think. Now this is bothering me. I can't think. Who? Oh yeah, MHR. Okay, I thought it was Mike Harmon Racing, but I was like, that 47 car is so bad. Oh my gosh. But right now it's running in 23rd because so many cars have crashed out and it's actually made it 10 laps without blowing up. Okay, Yaley on the slicks. I just want to see how this goes. And we are going to get restarted with 7 to go. Buford on the inside, Yaley on the outside. These guys pulled some strategy to get here. The 66 on slicks, the 48 on wets, though. So the 48 should be okay, but I don't know about that 66. But then you have Allmendinger and Snyder making up row number 3. And this is going to be possibly the final restart of the day. Coming to 7 to go here in Portland. And the rain has kind of died off a bit, so maybe those slicks will be able to work out for JJ Ailey. Here they come through the guy restart zone. Who's going to get that jump? This first turn's been chaotic all day, and it looks like these guys are going to try and split the leaders. The 48 with the advantage. He gets on the brakes early, though. The 16 going to dive it in. Oh, is it going to get there? And the 16 gets out front. Oh, the 7 spins. The 44 spins, and we got another big one in turn 1. The 8's around the 45. The 9, the 35, they're all rolling still, though. The 31 to the inside of the 16 for the lead. Myatt Snyder trying to get by AJ Allmendinger. They're battling hard off turn 5. It's Snyder out to the point over AJ Allmendinger. Myatt Snyder, what a move. He puts that Jordan Anderson racing car in the lead. And then Jade Buford still in third, then Austin Hill Hemrick, your top 5. Oh, but Buford's got a huge tire up. I don't know if that thing's going to make it. Here they come, looking to go onto that back straightaway. Coming off turn 9. The 31's got advantage on the 16, but 31 sideways. The 16, is he going to send it in? Not in time. The caution's Yeah, and there's debris all over the place. There aren't any stranded cars this time, but caution out once again. Oh, and the 10 car has the front bumper falling off that. Man, every race has been torn in half. The 11, the left front fender is literally dragging on the side of the car. Oh, man. But this kind of happened when I'm not sure I actually think this kind of starts with the 44 coming down on the 10, and then they just go sliding in through that braking zone, and there's nowhere for anybody to go. Now the free pass should be the 78 of Josh Williams. I think the 45, though, of Parsons may be done. He kind of got a decent amount of, may have busted the radiator, and I may be wrong, but the 48 may have to pit here as well. The 48 car's got up on the side. A bit of damage. That Samber guy, all about Hendrick and JRMs. Most NASCAR fans are, but not everybody. Loose Goose. I'm not following the Ty Gibbs hype train the same way I bought into Chase Elliott hype train or William Byron hype train. So you're saying you don't believe in him just as much? I think Ty Gibbs is actually really good. I think the issue is that he doesn't keep his cool. Like, he gets way too angry way too easily. Yeah, I don't like Gibbs though. I'm not saying I like him. I do think he's talented though. But now your top 10 are Snyder, Allmendinger, Buford, Barry, Brown, Hill, Hemrick, Sieg, Gibbs, Yaley. JJ Yaley still hanging on those slicks, but I think he may pit here. We'll have to see. But this has just been such a hilarious race, guys. So chaotic. Yeah, and I think Parsons is out of this race. Looks like, yeah, he's just dropped off the leaderboard. Now he's a lap down. I think they pulled that thing behind the garage. That front end just got busted in. Tough luck for the 45. They have had good runs last 2 weekends, but I didn't know. Never mind. Never mind. He's still out there. He's just the last car on the lead lap. Either way, tough luck for the 45. But man, what if Mites could get this win? That would be amazing for that team. Honestly, as much as I actually really like AJ Allmendinger, but I kind of don't want him to win this race because there are just so many underdogs at the front. I would just love to see an underdog win today. Ed Buford is going to hit pit road. We'll have to see if anybody else does because quite a few cars have damage, but he's one of the only ones that really need to. And the rain started and all these guys put wets back on, but now it's kind of stopped. So you could probably go back to dries. But it's not worth losing the track position. It looks like the 44, 7, 10, those guys hit pit road, but those guys all were caught up in that last incident or outside the top 15 right now. I think the 45 also hitting pit road. So I think we're going to get restarted with 4 to go. So we're not to NASCAR overtime yet, but it possibly still could happen. Do you think AJ can get the lead back without giving the I think the AJ can definitely get the lead back without using the bumper. Do I think he will use the bumper? Probably. And I wouldn't really blame him for it. That kind of day. But I think we're still going to see another. These guys cannot get down turn 1 without crashing. But yeah, now I think about. Oh man, it's just Josh Berry though in third place right now. Honestly, I wouldn't rule Josh Berry out. I think he'll definitely be going full send for it. I mean, he's already got a win. What's it matter? Might as well bump somebody out of the way for the win. But we're going to get restarted with 4 to go. The 31 on the inside, the 16 on the outside. The 31 will have that preferred lane, but who's going to be able to get on the brakes better through turns 1 and 2? That first chicane, whoever comes out in front there is able to take that lead. But also, how about J.J. Haley still in the top 10? Scott Heckard and Alex Silve back in the top 15. Goal in the top 15. Okay, we're going to get the green flag here. And so 4 to go. That's still, I believe, it's 4 to go. That's still, how many? That's still 48 turns still left in this race. So a lot can still happen with 48 turns. 48 passing opportunities. Here they come to the Geico restart zone for possibly the final time. Mike Snyder on the inside, AJ Allmendinger on the outside. Can Snyder still win? Then you have Barry and Brown and row number 2. What a great inaugural race. Here they come. Oh, that 31's got a great help behind. The 31's great on the brakes. He's going to be able to clear the 16. Then it's the 8, the 68. They actually get through turn 1 okay this time. Not really in the back of the pack. But, and the 68 almost around. Off the nose of the 11, but the 31's out front, but the 16's right on his bumper. Into turn 4 they go. Oh, and the 16 gives the 31 the bumper. Oh, he doesn't spin him out just quite, but he's all over him. Allmendinger trying to get by Snyder, and he's got the advantage now. Allmendinger to the lead. And right there, that's how he's gotten the lead, guys. The 16 of AJ Allmendinger takes the lead from Mike Snyder. He gives him the bumper. Will Snyder repay the favor? And Snyder runs a really wide line, but he gets a good run there on the 16. Oh, and somebody's around back in the pack. Not sure who that was. And Snyder's not going to have a passing opportunity here as they enter turn 10. The 16's pretty clear of the leader. I mean, he's a pretty clear out of second place. But are we going to see another caution? Some guys are crashing back in the pack. And the 16's just driving away right now. They're going to need another caution for the 31 to have a shot at him. Not quite sure who spun under that last restart, but maybe that'll bring out a caution. Austin Hill, though, what a move. Entering turn 1 to the inside of Josh Berry. Austin Hill moves up to third place. But it's Allmendinger still leading. We've seen that 16 car slide off track many times today. He's got to go mistake-free through these last 3 laps. Can he do it? He's got about a lead of just under a second over second place. That's the gap. Can the 31 close it up? Now the 11 car looking for a move to the inside of the 8 of Josh Berry. It's not there for him that time. J.J. Yaley still running in 6th place on the slicks. I think Andy Lally was the car that went around under that last restart. He's dropped back quite a bit. And yeah, AJ Allmendinger is really strong on the back half of the track. The 31 gains a bit on him on the front half of the track, but. And now the 16 is going to get the 2 to go signal from the flag stand. Then it's the 21 car in 3rd, Barry 4th, Hemrick 5th. Can Allmendinger hold on? Can Austin Hill get by the 31, though? Austin Hill is flying up on these top two. If Austin Hill can get by Snyder before the end of this lap, he might have a shot at the dinger before it's over. I mean, this race has just been so chaotic, guys. I don't even know where to begin. But Allmendinger's probably been caught up in the most chaos of anybody, and this win would just be such for that team. And the 21 kind of goes wide there, and that kind of got and making up more spots and having this win. But we're going to get the white flag unless we see a caution. That would end it. And here they come down the back straight. A bold move to the inside of the 54 and the 66. Here they come to the turn 10 braking zone. Who's going to give? They're 3 wide entering this turn 10. The 66 backs out. The 54 to the inside of the 7. And the 54 is able to get ahead of the 7 with that preferred line. And here they come to the white flag. And AJ Allmendinger out front. Then Snyder a second and a half back. Another second back is Austin Hill in third. The 16 just has to go mistake-free to get to the finish. The 16 just has to go mistake-free to get to the end, and he's got this thing won. But what a run by Snyder in second place. A solid run for Austin Hill. Austin Hill proving what he's worth right now. Yaley, what a great run in 8th. LeBay in the top 10. Brown in the top 15. Heckert in the top 15. Oh, boy, man, what a race, guys. Oh, man, the bots are back in the chat. How about that? The bots are consistent. Bots, go away. And it looks like the 16 is going to be able to just go to the finish here. As he comes towards turn 10 for the final time. The last chicane he's got to worry about. Just can't make a mistake here like he did on the opening pace laps. And he goes through there smoothly. Off turn 11. And he's just got one more turn to go. Turn 12. AJ Allmendinger is going to come from last to first. He was a lap down in stage 1. But here he is. He's able to come back. And he's going to lead the final lap. AJ Allmendinger is going to win it at Portland. Mike Snyder brings it home in second. What a run for that 31 team. Austin Hill third. Barry fourth. And Allgaier just beats Hemrick at the line. Then it's Gibbs, then Yaley, Gregson, LeBay, your top 10. Then Jones. Then Heckert. Man, what a finish, guys. 8th road course win for AJ Allmendinger in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. But, man, what a battle-worn car, man. That was – what a race. The rest of your top 15, so it's Jones, Brown, Heckert, Buford, Castle, your top 15, then Sieg, Lally, Jaskell, Emerine, Moffitt, your top 20, then Raff, Williams, Vargas, Parsons, Philippi, Owuji, your top 26, and those are all your cars that finished this race. 10 DNFs today, including Chase, Mozak, Pompelli, Curry, Alfredo, Creed, Burton, Clements, Herbst, Golding, Dilly, and Mayer. Actually, 12 DNFs today. Man, guys, what a race today, guys. I appreciate everybody who tuned in, guys. If you want to rate that race on a 10 out of 10 being the best, or a 1 out of 10 being the worst, that's a 10 out of 10 for me, guys. What a race. The comeback for AJ Allmendinger to get his 8th win in 20 starts on road courses in the Xfinity Series. Yeah, appreciate everybody who tuned in today. Well, we will be live tomorrow for the NASCAR race, the inaugural NASCAR race at Gateway Motorsports Park. I hope I'll see you guys again tomorrow. And yeah, that's all for this one, guys. Thanks for tuning in, or I'll catch up on the chat. Catch you in a few weeks, brother. Okay, 31. That Salmon guy 8 because of the weather. I don't know, man. This is a pretty crazy race, no matter how you view it. Oh man, we just gotta see this burnout though by AJ. I mean, he is burning it down for the fans. I think that's the first burnout we've seen on wet weather tires. And oh, we've got the bots are back. The bots are back for the finish. You just can't get away from the bots. Peace out, 31 Barracuda. Also, the 27% of you guys in the poll were correct when you voted AJ Allmendinger. And Eric, you're still on that grind. Well, that's all I've got for this one, guys. AJ Allmendinger picks up his second of the season. And you know what? He lost. Last week it was the first race he didn't finish inside than this year. And you know what? He falls in a win. Take care, everybody. I'm out.